What is going on, Lions family? We are back with another video, and today we're talking about Zadarius Smith and Al-Quadin Muhammad. This team already has elite players, and now these new additions are making huge plays on the field. It makes this team absolutely scary, and along with the other players we'll highlight, the Lions create problems for any playoff opponent. So let's break down what these players did in this past game against the Vikings. So on this play here, you'll see Zadarius Smith uses bull rush to get to Sam Darnold. This is one of Smith's signature moves in his arsenal. Not only Smith, but many guys on the defensive line were giving Cam Robinson fits. Exactly what this team needs for the postseason. So activating the system. So running this play here, watching Zadarius Smith engage in contact. And the thing is with this player, he loves to impose his will against these opponents, finding ways to be able to latch on and drive his legs. And he has the ability to be able to extend his arms and get to the ball. And this is what we like to see when it comes down to film. We got to slow things like this down because usually when you do watch these plays in real time, you do not catch some of the things that these players are doing. But seeing him going out there and being physical is great to see. And if you can be a player that can get good push as far as the pass rush and get your hands on the ball, that can cause turnovers and completely shift momentum. But seeing him firing off on the ball, striking Cam Robinson, and extending his arms to get his hands on the ball was great to see by the veteran, going out there and making a big impact early in his game. Here's a rep here where four players got their hands on Smith, but he still had the effort to close in and get the sack. These are the plays that matter when the game's on the line. Going out there, playing to the whistle, and putting it all out for your team. So we'll go ahead and split it. So zooming in on this play here, just watching Smith, he's engaging contact with Hawkinson. Aaron Jones steps up and thuds him, and he quickly spins off. And the other lineman also got his hands on him as well, but he was able to bounce off and hunt the quarterback. And with Zadarius Smith, he has been consistently doing this all throughout his career, finding ways to be able to stop the run and get after the quarterback at the left end position as well as the right. And he's one of those athletes that can be a quick plug and play because once this player gets on the field, his instincts and aggressiveness takes over. And it's only going to make everybody on the defense that much more better. And playing against this entire front seven, if there's a weak link on an offensive line, Aaron Glenn puts these players in position to be able to exploit it. But seeing the toughness from Zadarius Smith, fighting through all those blocks and still being able to get to Sam Darnold, these plays here are absolutely backbreaking to an offense. So this was another dominating rep by Zadarius Smith. If you want to see some of the best Detroit Lions helmets and upgrade your man cave or your room, check out Green Gridiron's page in the description. These helmets are torch, available in mini or regular size with the visors, and they are built to last a lifetime. Click the link and use promo code JC Network for a discount on these amazing helmets. Now let's get back to the film session. One thing about Zadarius Smith, he has been very consistent throughout his career. This had to be one of the best additions that the Lions made, and to see this front seven doing this kind of damage without Aiden Hutchinson is insane. Going out there and putting a press kit on Sam Darnold. So we go and run it. So locking on this play here, just watching Zadarius Smith going up against Cam Robinson, he was completely abusing this player all game, finding a way to be able to slip through his block and completely lay a body on Sam Darnold. And usually, when you do have defensive ends generating pressure on these quarterbacks early on, they do not forget it. And with this game early on, Sam Darnold was completely rattled. So you have to give a lot of credit to Aaron Glenn for finding ways to be able to put these players in position. And if this team can be able to be on the same page as far as the defensive line, the linebackers, and the secondary, they are going to be very hard to move the ball on. So seeing him being in that wide nine stance, getting slippery, and laying that lumber on Sam Darnold was fireworks. Al-Quadin Muhammad was another addition by the Lions, and this addition is starting to pay off. On this play, the linebackers use a cross blitz while Muhammad engages with Robinson and finds a way to get to Sam Darnold. Having multiple players step up on his team beyond the main playmakers is absolutely electric. So we go and run it. So looking at this play here, just watching Al-Quadin Muhammad, he shares similar traits to Zadarius Smith, but seeing him going out there, getting his hands on Cam Robinson, driving his legs, and use that left arm to pull him down and control him. And the thing is, when you're playing that defensive end position, all it takes is one movement to be able to get leverage. And that's exactly what happened on this play. He was able to close in and get the sack. And this is Lion Pride football right here. When you have everybody on the defense going out there and contributing, this is what gives offensive coordinators nightmares. Bringing these players in on 1-year deals and both of them going out there and making big time plays in the most important game of the season. So you have to give your flowers to the coaching staff as well as the front office because they have a great understanding on what this team needs to do to take that next step. But seeing Aquadin Muhammad getting in on that action and finishing his food was great to see. Now let's take a look at how the other defensive players got busy and helped wreck this game for the Lions. So in this final play here, you will see Aquadin Muhammad set the edge and keep everything inside. The good thing is when you're playing defense in the NFL, you're not going to be the guy that's going to always make the play. You have to be able to stand your ground and allow the other players to make plays. But the good thing is when you see Muhammad, he was still able to get his hands on the running back, stopping him on his tracks. So running this play here, you see Cam Robinson, he's lunging. His hands is on the outside, so he does not have any leverage. Muhammad had leverage the whole time, and he was able to get his hands on the running back. But not only him, he was able to keep everything inside. So the linebackers and the defensive linemen were able to get them some too. And this is the team ball that you have to play when it comes down to defense. You can't be one of those teams that's playing hero ball because usually when you do have that style of play, you can be able to quickly get washed out of plays. So technique is key. Understanding what the offense is trying to do and believing in the other players to step up and make the play. But seeing Muhammad and Smith going out there and making plays, on top of having the defensive playmakers already on this team, this unit will be scary come playoffs. And I'm sure there are a lot of teams out there that do not want to see them. So this was an awesome performance on every level of this defense. So it's going to be good to see how it all plays out. There is so much talent on the defense as well as this offense. With Jared Goff, all he needs to do is drive that bus and allow these playmakers to make plays. But it's amazing to see Dan Campbell turning this team around so quickly and putting his entire team in a position to get to where they need to be. But with this defense, they have been stepping up this year. And if they continue to keep this kind of energy that they had this past Sunday, it's going to be hard to stop. So comment below and let me know what y'all think about the entire defense. And do you think that Muhammad and Smith can build off this game going forward? So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss out on fire updates and the best football film sessions on YouTube. All right, Lions family. Talk to y'all soon. Gone.